I think it's going. This is Gannon here with Mr. Bandy today. We're going to ask him some questions. What are your upcoming expectations for the 8th grade basketball season?
Upcoming expectations. Well, I tell you, these guys had a rough season last year, and we're trying to get to at least 500. That's the goal that we have, and get them to work as a team and learn how to trust one another. So if we can pull that off, we'll have a nice season.
I like to hear it. What about your expectations for the high school season?
Oh, expectations for the high school season. I tell you what, I've seen you guys play for a lot of years now, and it's been a lot of fun watching. So I want to see you go to state tournament. That's my expectation.
I think
State
that's very
tournament.
possible.
So now that's the highest expectation without a doubt. But winning a regional, I mean that should be a given. And playing for a sectional title, we should at least be right there. But state tournament, that's a big goal.
You mentioned you've seen us play for a lot of years. What is the favorite team that you have ever coached?
Oh boy, there's a couple teams. I mean, to be honest, you guys are one of my favorite teams. Just when you get to stick with a group of boys for 5 or 6 years, that makes a big difference. And it makes a difference when your son's on the team, and you just get to continue to see the maturity of the process. So that makes you guys a favorite team. I had some softball teams that I got into between 2008 and 2010, and we won over 70 games in 3 years, and they were just flat out fun to watch play. They just went out and they played hard, and they enjoyed being around each other, and just made the game really enjoyable.
So everyone knows you've coached me, but not many know you've also coached Carson.
Yes.
Who did you enjoy coaching more, me or him?
Oh boy. Well, I had you guys at different stages in your life.
Yeah.
So it was kind of funny watching you play whenever you were younger. I mean, you never knew where the ball was going to go whenever the shot went up.
I got better.
So I know, I agree, you get a lot better. So that made it really interesting. So it was fun to see the maturity with you on that. With Carson, getting to coach him at the 8th grade level, it was neat to see how he wanted to be challenged and how he would sometimes take on a defender that was going to push him. And it was neat to see him do that and to see him say, I want that big shot. So that was really fun, to be able to do that. With seeing you guys at a younger age, we didn't really, try to challenge that way. We're trying to teach the game still and obviously with Carson teaching the game too. But he was a little more fun because you get to play with that. So now, if we got to play with some of that stuff with you, I would have said you. But
right,
I gotta go with Carson. Sorry, big fella.
So, not many know you didn't teach your whole life in New Berlin. You taught at Missouri Military Academy.
Yep.
What is your favorite memory from teaching there those 2 years?
Oh boy, favorite memory. Freshman year English class, we were reading Romeo and Juliet. And reading Romeo and Juliet with a bunch of males is totally different than when you have females in the room. And we had one boy in class that had a very bass tone voice, and he was reading the part of Juliet. But we also had this boy who had not quite hit puberty yet, who was reading the part of Romeo. And so he is squeaking along as Romeo, and about a third of my class were students from overseas. And so we're trying to read this hard play, and you got this very feminine voice for Romeo and very masculine voice for Juliet. And I look out at the class, and they're like, and finally this one boy goes, Sir, I have no idea what's going on. So we had the two boys switch parts, and it made it a lot more understandable. So that was my favorite memory. Yep.
What do you plan to do in 8 years after you retire?
That's a great question. This is going to sound kind of weird, but Dot Foods has truck drivers that they're looking for. And they got a piece where you can drive 4 days and then be off for 4 days. So it's like full-time work, but part-time work is the way it works. And I'm like, you know what? Get out on the road and be by myself for a couple hours. It's fun being in the classroom. I love it, but do something that's totally different.
We'll switch it up.
I'm gonna switcheroo on that, see what happens. So
And my final question, I did kind of set you up on this one.
Oh
Chris,
boy.
plug your ears.
Oh boy.
Who's your favorite kid?
Oh man. I love them both. I love them both. They're awesome. Uh, it's just so unique, having a boy and girl, and just the differences that they have, and uh, like, just the time you spend with them is different, in just how they want that time to be. I love them both, man. I can't say one or
Can't
the other.
choose.
No, no.
That's all I have for today. Thank
All
you,
right.
Mr. Bandy.
All right. Nice job, Gannon.